save the site and buy the land, I guess. But now they actually need to, build it and do the rest of everything.
Yep. Let's talk about George R.R. Martin for a moment. This is just funny news that came out, and I want to talk about it because George R.R. Martin is still using DOS when he types his novels, like The Song of Ice and Fire. DOS.
That was before Windows.
Yes, for all you guys who have no idea what DOS is.
What's DOS?
DOS? I don't know.
It's a text-based operating system. And so it's like, okay, Linux can be a text-based operating system, but DOS is more akin to, I don't know, flipping switches and using punch cards.
Oh yeah, I don't have a start button on this thing. I'm going to bring it up real quick. I'll just do it live. And look, we have DOS. There we go, right there on the screen. It's pretty much DOS. Watch me. Oh no, an error. It doesn't understand hello. But yeah.
So he uses WordStar 4.0 as his word processor.
I mean, I like his reasoning for doing this. If you read the article, why he said he does not use any of the newer word processing units, he just said programs. He doesn't want any help. He doesn't want to know how to spell anything. He doesn't want anything to be capitalized. He says, if I want something to be capital, I will make it, capitalized. So I really agree with him. A lot of the modern word applications, word processing applications, they are just too busy helping you format and moving stuff around. And hey, let's end this for you. Isn't that what you wanted? Someone's going to say right now in the comments. I don't want it. I want to have it with you. The other thing that's really cool about this, it says that his machine is running DOS. For 20 years, it is not connected to the internet, and I think that's a very important thing. But also, it's time to give a message to all the people out there in internet lands. If you have a work machine and a business machine, you will be way better off.
Same thing.
What? See how tired I am? I'm still tired.
If you have a work machine and a business machine and a play machine and, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. So basically, by switching up and having different machines, it puts your brain into a different mode of thought when you sit down at them. If you have like, what's the guy's name who made the FTL soundtrack? I can't remember the guy's name. Ben. Okay, just say Ben. He has for his audio creation, totally separate machine. And when he sits down at that machine, audio creation, everything's done. Really good stuff done. If you have a side project or your own small business or something like that, you can afford a separate computer, even if it's a crappy computer. If you're someone who does email marketing or whatever, just get a separate computer just to do that. Maybe a laptop, and have it only be business, and then the other computer is all gaming. I know that's a bit ridiculous to say for some people, being like, man, I can barely afford one computer. How can I get two? Trust me, you'll get a lot done if you have two separate machines. I need to take that advice too. Yeah. I'm going to make a Zweihander machine, I believe. That's like the next thing, because I want a keyboard, a piano. So yeah, I decided to preach for a little bit. Let's get back down to business. Mozilla is going to be adding some DRM in the next version of Firefox. And the reason they're doing this is because a lot of the Hollywood studios are like, hey, we want to be able to control things, and so they install all kinds of plugins like Silverlight, and just whatever plugins you're going to have to install to watch their content. They want control, and they always say that this is about trying to reduce piracy and that sort of thing, and making sure you have the legal rights to play the content on your system, make sure you're in the right region of the world and all that sort of thing. But I don't think that's exactly what this DRM does. The DRM gives them the ability to really do some invasive things, like monitor what you're doing. It's more invasive than just watching you. And the other funny thing about the whole DRM scheme is that so far they haven't proved, it hasn't been a proven method. It doesn't really help piracy at all. There's no statistics that can prove this. There's no science here. So why is Mozilla doing this? I personally think it's just a lot of pressure from the Hollywood studios, and they figure, hey, if we just do this ourselves. If we don't do it, they're gonna do it with their plugins anyway. So we might as well give in and do it ourselves. So we have some control over it. But I don't know.
A lot of the problem is you have to think about these kind of things from a user perspective where the user has really no idea what's going on. So let's pretend for a moment that you're completely ignorant, you have no idea what's going on, and you try to use Mozilla, and Mozilla's great. It's the cat's meow, everything's amazing. And then you try to go and watch Netflix, and it mysteriously doesn't work. But Internet Explorer and Chrome and every other web browser that you have works. Why can't you watch Netflix? I don't understand. You would, if you were immediately think that this is a Mozilla problem. In reality, the underlying problem is that those browsers don't respect your privacy necessarily in that case, and they use proprietary technologies, whereas Mozilla does. And this is really a user education problem, and it's up to us to educate other people.
Shamanistic Rage. Earth Shield.
No, that's exactly the thing that the EFF said. The EFF is totally against Mozilla. They raised all. It's pretty interesting, but it does give you a balanced argument as to. Exactly. It gives you a more balanced view of, more balanced view of what the DRM is going to be doing in the background. So take a look at that article if you like.
Earth Shield.
All right. The internet is over. Have you seen the time?
Uh-oh. It's rant 30 all day long.
It's rant 30. Since about noon.
We've got news.
The entire world. Okay, first off, let's really take a step back and look at what is really going on here. There's headlines like this: today the FCC will destroy the internet. Fun. That is a very